And as we all know, the last thing you want is things flopping around in your face. Yep, helmet cam recording, dash cam recording. Time to off ski. Right, just leaving the Owl's Nest in Llandovery. Well, actually, I start all that again. I'm very sorry, folks. Being a bit rude here. Good morning, folks. How are we all doing? A beautiful day. 7th of June, I think. I think it's the 7th. Anyway, yes, we're just leaving the Owl's Nest in Llandovery. My go-to cafe, as it were. So I thought we'd do a little video on the way home. I do have a subject in mind. Now this one could be a little bit controversial, because I'm going to ask a question. And the question is the BMW GS, be it 1200 or 1250, the best bike in the world? According to Bruce Smart, aka Teapot One, it is, and according to quite a few owners, it is the best bike in the world. I can only presume that their reasoning behind this is its versatility. Oh yeah, it's gone. There was a copper there earlier, hiding behind a trailer. Yeah, the only thing I can come up with is its versatility. That the GS, it is a lovely bike in all fairness. You can commute on it, you can travel on it, you can tour on it, you can have fun and twisties on it. And added to that, you can also go off-road. Oh look, there is a GS, funny enough. There you go. You can basically do just about anything on a GS, even take it on a track, which Teapot One has done. And he's got his knee down on it. Fair dues to him. Excuse me, camera virus. So, maybe that's why they say the GS is the best bike in the world, because it does everything and does extremely well. Well, I've got the R 1200R, and this does everything that the GS does except go off-road. I suppose I could take it off-road, but I don't particularly want to. So, as I say, this begs the question, is the BMW R1200 or 1250 GS, depending on the variant, the best bike in the world? Quite frankly, just get through these bends a sec. I hate that bend. Quite frankly, no. In my opinion, it's not. It is a fantastic machine. The GS is an awesome bike. Don't get me wrong. The reason I say it's not the best bike in the world is because of a few things. Starting off, number one, the physical size of the thing. They are huge. Even the normal, more road-based models are big. The GSA, the adventure model, is enormous. 32 litre tank or whatever it is, they're absolutely enormous. And they're heavy. I think they weigh something like about 260 kilos. That's a lot of weight to lug around. Although you don't feel it when they're moving, in all fairness. They're still a big lump. The other thing is the cost. They are immensely expensive. You look at a base model GS, and nobody buys a base model. They're 15, 16 grand, whatever they are. Now if you're going to buy a GS, I was about to do an overtake then, but I can't. Yeah, if you're going to buy a GS, you're obviously going to want all the toys. There we go, let's get past this wagon. We're through. Yeah, you're going to want all the toys that you can get on your GS. You're going to want the electronic suspension. You're going to want the cruise control, the heated grips, all the corner and ABS, all that gubbins. You're going to want the sat nav, the whizzy wheel, and I don't blame you. On my R model, I've got the electronic suspension, I've got the dynamic rider mode. I don't have Pro on here. I do have cruise control, I have heated grips. I don't have a TFT because I don't particularly like them, to be honest, and it didn't come with one anyway. But yeah, you probably want a TFT if you're buying a GS. Most of them got it anyway. So yeah, I can understand a lot of the toys on it that you'd want, but you're going to spec that when you buy the bike. So you bought your stock bike, you added all your toys to it, and then you can say, oh no, you're going to want crash bars. You're going to want all the scaffolding on it in case it goes over, or for when it goes over, let's be honest. Especially if you're going to do any sort of off-roading. So you add all the crash bars to it. And your metal sun guard. And then you think, oh well, we're going to go touring, so let's have the luggage. And of course, most people favour the aluminium boxes, or the bread bins as I like to call them. So you add them on. You've now got a price tag around, and I'm not giving exact figures, but around £25,000. 25k. Sorry, but that's just stupid money. The other issue, of course, the thing now weighs about 300 kilos, not including you and your luggage, you know, your clothes and stuff stuffed into the boxes. That would include a full tank of fuel, of course. So by the time you load it up with all your clothing and your bits and bobs and your tent, maybe a pillion, we're talking half a ton. Now you drop that thing, it's going to be bloody hard to pick up, especially if you're off-road. You're going to need at least two of you to pick the damn thing up. Sorry, just concentrating a bit. Nice road. The other thing, of course, is once you add all your luggage onto it, your big bread bins, you've now got a bike that's about 4 foot wide. That's a lot of bike, a lot of width, considering most cars are about 5 foot wide. So that kind of reduces your ability to filter through traffic, etc. Yes, it can be done, but it's going to be difficult, shall we say, with a vehicle that wide. So you've got it very heavy, very expensive, and very wide. Not good. Now the other issue you have with, for example, a GS, like most modern bikes, I say most, not all, if you have an issue with a bike, generally it needs to go to a dealer or somebody who has the correct laptop and software to plug in to do a diagnostic to find out what's wrong with it. Now assuming you've bought it to go travelling all around the world, if you're in the back of beyond, middle of Mongolia, not many mud huts have got internet, let alone laptops to be able to plug into to find out why your bike doesn't work or why the warning lights are on, which is a bit of an issue. Not a problem if you're going to stick to, you know, more populated areas, obviously. And please do remember that all these are my comments and my views and opinions. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong or anything like that, just my opinions. So like I say, you've got a very heavy bike that's very wide, very expensive, very difficult to repair. That doesn't sound like the best bike in the world to me. Nothing wrong with the GS, fantastic bike, don't get me wrong. I personally don't like them. I think they're too big and heavy, which is why I've got the R. That's when I don't get on with faired bikes anyway, because every bike I've owned with a fairing and a screen, I've had issues with wind buffering, battering my helmet. Naked bikes, you get the overall wind blast, which doesn't bother me. Not so good in winter, you don't get the weather protection, but hey ho, that's my choice. I say, I'm not a fan of the GS. It's a lovely bike, but it's not for me. And that's my reason why I say no, it is not the best bike in the world. So, of course, we have to ask the question, which is the best bike in the world? Is it the R? No. Is it Eckers like? How about a Versys 1000? I had one of them. Excellent bike? No. Himalayan? According to the likes of Nathan Millward, I had to think of his name then, it's the best travelling bike in the world, because you can go anywhere in the world on it without issue and easily repair it. Not an adventure bike, it's a travelling bike. I think they're just brilliant fun, but it's not the best bike in the world either. So what do I think is the best bike in the world? I think it's the one that suits you the best. It's a bike that you own, that you find best for your purposes, for what you want to do with it, that you find comfortable to ride and enjoyable. I love my BM and my Himalayan. They have their little issues, their faults, which I'd like to change on them. Things I'd prefer them not do, or things they do that they don't do. But I don't think you'll ever find the perfect bike. But they're great for what I want. I got no complaints for what I want them for. That's the difference. So the best bike in the world, it's not the GS, I'm sorry. I have to disagree. Sorry Bruce and all the other owners, you're all wrong, in my opinion. Best bike in the world, the one that suits you best for what you want to do with it. That's the best bike in the world. Like I say, just my opinion. Chuck your opinions in the comments below. But please remember folks, everybody's entitled to their opinion, nobody's right or wrong. Oh, by the way folks, I nearly forgot. Oh, wrong gear. Muppet. Yeah, by the way, I nearly forgot. I have my new tank bag on today. Givvy or Jivvy or whatever the hell you want to call it, tank bag. Did have one before, the zips broke, I never got around to replacing it. Well, recently I did. I got tired of carrying all my camera gear in a rucksack on my back. As good as the rucksack is, it started to bang on my back a bit, and it's awfully warm in the summer. The extra weight on my back gets a bit uncomfortable. So I bought another tank bag. Now, as some of you know, I run a cable for my dash cam from the helmet to the camera, because I'm useless, I can't separate audio and line it all up and all that rubbish. But luckily the cable actually goes through the tank bag. There's a hole at the front of the tank bag for chargers, to charge your phone, etc. So I put the cable through, I'll see if I can show you. It comes out the back and then up my jacket and into my helmet. So I've got a cable flapping around. And as we all know, the last thing you want is things flopping around in your face. So yeah, there we go, new tank bag, new way of wiring up the camera. Right folks, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my little video. I may have upset a few GS owners today, but hey ho, there we go. Like I say, just my opinions. If you like my videos, please click the like button. If you want to share them, please do. If you have any comments to make, you want to hear your views, comments below, please do. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's all free. And if you click the little bell icon and go to all, it'll notify you every time I put a video, which is roughly once a week. And all this helps build my channel, YouTube's wonderful algorithms and all that rubbish. And believe me, it's more than appreciated from me. I really do appreciate the support, folks. Thank you so much. But in the meantime, as I always say, whatever you are doing, please be safe, ride safe and have fun. GS owners, they won't be waving at me later when I see the video. Toodles! Yeah, well, don't throw that in, Mrs. Grumps gets grumpy. Oh, I'm going to upset a few GS owners, I bet. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. As the great Winston Davis once said.